Ty, your stream is live now, and now you're also the host.
Okay, I'm making you co-host.
Thank you.
There you are.
Thanks a lot.
Oh, we should have people joining us soon. And you'll start the recording?
Yeah, sure. I will do that for you.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, oh. Hi, welcome. Hi, Emily and Anita, Vicky, Kelly, Carol, Eileen. Another Carol's on her way. Hi, Pat.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. It's a nice day and it's a little cool outside, so I'm kind of enjoying today.
I love that.
Hi, Verna. Kelly, I don't know. I don't think I've greeted Kelly yet. Melinda, hi, welcome. Well, as everybody's popping in, I'm going to go ahead and kick things off and get the housekeeping done. We have Todd with us today as the TA. So he'll be available in chat if you should have any technical issues. Unfortunately, he won't be able to stay with us the whole class. So if you do have any questions or technical issues, please bring them to him in the first 10 or 15 minutes so he can try to assist in any way he can. And then you've got me the rest of the time. So I'm going to share my screen with you so I can show you some slides. You guys have been with me before, you know the housekeeping slides. Okay, Tai Chi, a gentle moving meditation practice. And those who have been with me before know that we're learning and doing a little bit of minimal practice in class of the Sung style 12 form sequence. 12 forms is a little misleading because each one of the forms can be done in two directions. So sometimes you'll see this called the Sung style 12-24. For practical reasons of teaching it, it's easier to refer to it as the 12 form. My name is Ty. I'm going to be your guide today. I live in Florida, just outside of Orlando in the US. I have a background educated in biology, psychology, and computer science. And I had a career with the civil service in the U.S. for a few decades with the Defense Department and then the USDA, Forest Service. And then I left civil service to go work for a medical center where I went into IT management. And for a decade or so, I worked there. And then I went into consulting. So I became a road warrior for a while, traveling around the U.S., and then went into more remote work where I did little travel, but did more work in UK as well as all of North America. And from there, I retired a few years ago. And I was ready for retirement because I had been training and practicing Kundalini Yoga, Hatha Yoga, Tai Chi, and therapeutic Qigong. These were practices that suited me very well. They supported me very well in maintaining my health and my flexibility and my balance. And so in my retirement, I have time now to share that information and experience with you. So today I'm here to guide you through the Sung style Tai Chi forms and help you learn the practice. And mainly we address the mechanics of learning and memorizing and practicing a little bit of the mechanics. But over time, the goal is to help you expand from just the mechanics, which are great, but the mechanics of movement, you can move into a deeper meditative practice and receive even more benefits from your Tai Chi. We're here because of Get Setup, getsetup.io. They help us come together and learn from each other so we can do even more wonderful things in our senior years. Ideally, for this class especially, since it's a movement class and I feed off of what I see you doing to know what to say next, it helps me if you have your camera on. But if you want to have your camera off, that's fine, do so. But I hope that you'll consider in a future class, maybe getting, as you get more comfortable with the practice and with me, of turning your camera on. You can always request a recording after class. Just email help@getsetup.io, and they'll set you up with a recording to help you with a home practice if you choose to do a home practice. If you didn't make it into class today because it was all booked up, I believe, and you're coming in through live stream, isn't that great that it's available? I like that. But the best way to participate is to try to get into a class in the future and join us directly. So please look at the upcoming classes and see if you can book a couple of them. Get Setup is not paid to promote any specific products or services. We do no advertising. Please check with your doctor. The assumption is you already have, and that your doctor has said you're fine with a movement practice such as Tai Chi. Most doctors recommend it if they actually understand what Tai Chi is. But sometimes if you have a health condition or taking certain medications, there may be limitations that the doctor puts on you. Maybe you shouldn't stretch in a certain way too far. Maybe you should do the practice seated. And we need to honor those limits because the doctor knows what's going on with us better than I know what's going on with you. I can't advise you on that. I can just advise you on the forms and the movement and the guidelines, but I don't know your limits. So you do need to honor your doctor's guidance to know your limits, and you do know what your limits are. Sometimes you might even apply limits beyond what the doctor suggests. Sometimes one day we have more limits than the other because of how we feel. Honor what you feel. Now, Tai Chi has certain objectives. Other than just coming together and having fun with it, which is one of the objectives I enjoy of it. But the specific practice of Tai Chi does have some objectives, such as developing more integration of mind and body, and the tools of breath and movement support us doing that. Improving balance. Now, a lot of people hear about Tai Chi and balance because it's a great tool that's fun to do to improve your balance. And we do that with postural alignment, better posture, and body awareness, just being aware of our body and where it is placed in space. And overall, it prevents falls. It decreases the effects of stress. There's no if, and, or but about that. A practice such as Tai Chi, and there's other practices that help with that too. Anything that's usually slow moving and mindful will help with stress because it works on our calmness of mind. It works on helping us understand how to initiate that relaxation response. You probably initiate the relaxation response every time you take a class with me, probably more than once. You are probably a de-stress fighter just by showing up in class without even practicing between classes. One of the goals is to slow down, and that's part of all the other goals. When we slow down, we experience more. We enjoy life more. We are more in the moment instead of life running past us. How many times have we just not known what happened in the last hour or yesterday because it just went too fast? Well, let's learn how to slow down and experience those moments a little more focused and aware of the moment. Overall, we want to be healthier. We want to help the body to work more efficiently, and gentle movement does that. All of these are objectives that I want, and maybe there's one or more in this list that kind of resonates with you. The basic forms before we even get started in the sequences are universal posture, which is the standing or balance form, just a nice structured stand up with a balanced posture form. I call it Wuji. The commencement form, which just initiates, hey, we're getting started in our class or in our sequence. And the open and close, which is a maintenance form. I don't want to call it maintenance. It's a utility form because we use open and close to separate phases or subsequences in Tai Chi. I cover these pretty heavily in the intro class, Tai Chi, why it's great for seniors, but I will go over it quickly in today's class too, and every class. Each class, I address 6 forms. I either address the single whip series to the right, the single whip series to the left, the brush the knee series to the left, or the brush the knee series to the right. Today, we're going to focus on single whip left, which includes the open and close, the single whip left movement or form, open the curtain using the right hand, waving hands in the clouds, open and close again, and then the closing. So that's what we're going to be working on today, though I will demo the whole sequence for you. Do what only you're comfortable with. We're going back to when I spoke about the doctor. If you're not comfortable with something, don't do it. If you're not capable of something because the doctor says so, don't do it. Honor your limits, honor what you feel, honor your body. Wear comfortable clothing and flat, well-fitting shoes, tennis shoes, Tai Chi shoes if you should choose to buy a pair, deck shoes. Some people actually like doing it barefooted. I'm not one of those people, but then again, I have foot problems. But I know some of you are practicing barefooted. As long as you're stable and comfortable, that's fine. If you feel you need a little extra support, then grab a pair of clean bottom tennis shoes. Don't practice if you're very hungry or if you've just recently eaten. This is not an absolute. I just had a little bit to eat about 30 or 40 minutes ago, but it was very light. So be judicial if you should eat before a class. Listen to your body and take rest periods as needed. You can stop and sit down in the middle of class, or if you're practicing the class seated, just stop and lean back in the chair for a while. And if you feel any pain, stop. Do not progress if you're feeling any pain, because that means damage is occurring. Stay in your comfort zone for your level of exertion, for your range of motion, and for the length of practice. If we're going too long today, slow down. Maybe your normal practice length should be shorter. Move as slowly and continuously and smoothly as you are able. Today, while I'm teaching you, we won't be going extremely slowly, but if you choose to do a home practice, go as slowly and smoothly as you're able. Breathe naturally, breathe easily, breathe constantly. Don't hold your breath. This is an interesting rule or suggestion. Use only the minimum of effort necessary to do the movements. Evaluate how much effort you're putting into the movement. Are you really using too many muscles, too much muscle? Are you tensing your shoulders? Every movement should be done with the least amount of effort that's necessary. So always try to soften your body and calm down the movements, ease into them. And imagine the air around you as being somewhat dense, as though you're pushing it like you would if you're in a pool and you're swimming. Imagine you're just pushing the air aside as you're moving your arms and your feet. Just imagine a gentle pressure coming against you, a bit of a resistance. In general, let go. That's what the practice is for, letting go. Less is more, and there's no hurry. There is no hurry in Tai Chi. We have guidelines, and each class I'm going to bring out one of these guidelines and emphasize it. I'm not going to list them right there for you. They're on the screen and they're listed in the notes that's in the end of class. But today, the guideline that I'm going to emphasize is weight separation. During transitions, like when you take a step or you step back or you move a foot, anytime you move your weight, the weight is ideally 100% on one foot. It's never 100%, but it should be primarily on that foot. You know when you're stable on one foot. Keeping the body upright at all times, using the weight to stabilize on one foot before you lift the other foot. This is commonly called as separating the weight. I call it balance. This is the safe way to be balanced when you move the body. It also increases leg strength. So let's practice. You can be standing, you can be seated, or you can have a chair handy while you stand if you need to sit, or if you just need it for support. Whatever serves you best works for me. Wear comfortable, loose-fitting clothing. Indoor shoes and expensive Tai Chi shoes are available. Have water available. Now, with that being said, let me get some music starting, and we're going to get moving. I'm going to spotlight myself, so I should be front and center for you. If you're going to stay seated, just sit up straight. If you're coming standing to practice, now's the time to stand up with me. Oh, I need to change cameras. 1 second. There we go. So let me demo the entire sequence, the 12 forms that we're studying. Yeah. You just have to watch this if you want. If you've been practicing with me, you might want to join in, but if you're new to this, definitely just watch. We're going to start with Wuji, where you stand up tall, and I'll detail this a little bit in a minute. Commencement form is raising the arms at the shoulders and drawing down toward your belly button. Your weight comes to the right foot as you step forward on the left. You take a step. The right foot joins the left. Open and close. Single whip. Waving hands in the clouds. Brush the knee. Play the lute. Parry. Parry. Punch. Block. Push the mountain, come back and close. I need to shift for some space. Single whip in the other direction. Brush the knee in the other direction. Play the lute. Punch. Block. Push the mountain. Return. And close. So that's our entire sequence of Sung Style 12. Today we're going to be working on single whip left. So find your Wuji. Now, Wuji means stand up tall. That's the easiest definition of Wuji, is have your feet firmly planted, hips width apart, shoulders right over hips, head stretched to the sky. And then just bring your breath into your belly so that your belly expands on the inhale. It contracts on the exhale. Sink in your knees a little bit. You want to be a little spongy in the knees. You want to be soft in the shoulders. Remember that minimal effort. How little effort does it take for you to just stand there? How much muscular effort can you remove from standing there and just relax into your body and breathe? Now that's Wuji, our universal posture. let's do a commencing form or a commencement form together before we get into the sequence. And I'm going to turn sideways so you can see my arms and rotate the shoulders, bringing a soft arms. Remember, minimal effort, nothing is stretched. Pushing through a thick fog. Come down with your hands coming towards your belly button. Start shifting your weight to the right foot. And as the hands come up the chest, you can step out with the left foot, heel, toe. Now get firm balance on that left foot. And as you bring the right foot to join that left foot, reach out. Bend the elbows and bring the hands down. And open and close. Now, open and close, wrong camera. Open and close is just separating the hands a little bit and then bringing them back together. Open and close, that's it. Inhale on the open and exhale on the close. Now, as you exhale, you come back into Wuji, the soft knees, soft shoulders. It's a reminder of, I've been moving, I've probably got some tension. Go back into my soft stance. That's your relaxation. Remember, I told you might be kicking off that relaxation response. This is a good way to do it. Inhale and exhale as you close. Relax into the body. You should have soft shoulders, soft knees at this point. Okay. We're going to use the separator, the open and close. I'm not used to using this camera. It's confusing me. And we're going to do single whip left. So let's use the open and close as our beginning form. Now, single whip left. Bring your weight to the right foot. So just bring the weight to the right foot. Remember the weight separation. The easiest way to experience it is just to lean onto one foot and the other and start noticing how the weight moves. That's your center of gravity. That creates your balance or your imbalance. So we try to be very conscious of that in Tai Chi. So come back to the energy ball and bring your weight to the right foot. That frees up that left foot so it can move safely, because see, with that weight on my right foot, I can lift that left foot without losing balance. So with your weight on your right foot, turn the torso 45 degrees to your left, and then use that left foot to step out at that angle. Heel, very small step, and toe. And you bring the weight to bear on that left foot. The left knee bent a little bit as you went into that step. And once you're stable on that foot, you turn the palms away from you and push. Again, pushing against that fog. Let me do that a little closer. So, bring your weight to the right foot, turn the torso 45 degrees, step out, and firmly get your weight on that left foot, and then the palms turn away and you push. Not far, just maybe 70% of your reach. All the time keeping a straight back. You don't lean into it. It's a straight back. And you try to have the breath coordinated. So I like to exhale as the arms are reaching. Maybe you inhale as the arms are reaching. That's fine. As long as you're breathing and letting that breath direct your movement. So let's come back. Back to your open and close. Open and close. Single whip to the left. Bring your weight to the right foot. Turn the torso 45 degrees to the left and step out and push the invisible wall of energy or fog. Nice. Now from here, we're going to do a form called open the curtain. So your hands are together, basically. They're close to each other. You're looking at the back of both hands and your weight is on your left foot. You're going to separate the hands by moving the right hand as though you're opening a curtain. And you're rotating your torso, watching the back of the right hand. It feels good. It's a nice flowing motion. Just bring your hand back and let's do that again. Your weight on the left foot. Open the curtain, and you'll notice that weight starts shifting from the left foot to the right foot. Nice. Really nice. Let's bring it back one more time. Let's do that. repeat that, and then let's go to the next form. Open the curtain with your weight shifting to your right foot. Now, with the weight on the right foot, your left foot is free to do something. So lift it and bring it back to where it started. It comes back to join the right foot. Your arms are wide, your feet are back together, and you're staring at the back of the right hand. The next thing we're going to do is waving hands in the cloud. And this is kind of the fun one. You allow the left hand to just drop and swish over like this. It's kind of an elbow turn, and it swishes over. So your hands end up in sort of an L shape. It doesn't have to be anywhere near exact, but basically like this. That's just a swoosh. You're here and then just swoosh. That's a very iconic move in Sung style, is the swoosh. Feels good. So I want to get close up as I start the next form. The hands are facing away from you, and the left hand swishes down toward the right. To start waving hands in the clouds, we have to switch hands. The left hand goes up, and it's going to take the place of where the right hand is. And as you do this, notice how you twist the torso into that a little bit. You have to reach a little bit so the torso adjusts, and you twist a little bit further into the move. And that's what you want to do. That's it. Yeah, I see all of you doing it. Great. The low hand comes up to replace the upper hand, and then the right hand comes down to replace the low hand. So what you've done is you've changed from this L to this L. So I swoosh, the low hand comes up to replace the upper hand, and the upper hand comes down toward the elbow. It's just a simple transition of this sort of shape to this sort of shape, but we're doing it with a little bit of smooth motion. And the left hand comes up, the right hand comes down, and then you're going to rotate watching the back of the left hand. Just rotate the torso like we did earlier with the right hand, but this time it was with the left hand. I'm going to do that and turn my back to you. Not because I don't like you, but because I think the angle might be good for you to follow. So, come to your open and close. Let's start with the open and close. In your Wuji with soft knees and soft shoulders, breathing into your abdomen. Open, separate the hands a little bit. And close, relaxing the body. Single whip. Bring your weight to your right foot. Turn 45 degrees to your left and take a step with that left foot. Heel, toe, get your weight on that left foot. Turn the palms away and push. Open the curtain, watching the right hand as it separates from the left. Your weight starts shifting from the left foot to the right foot. Bring in the left foot. Swish that left hand down, and this is the tricky one. The left hand goes up to replace the right, and the left hand comes down, and you rotate, watching the back of the left hand to the right. Now we're going to do that switch hands again. This time the right hand's going to come up, and this will twist you a little bit into the left. Left hand will come down, and you rotate back. I'm going to face you. We're just going to do that a few times. Left hand comes up, right hand goes down, and you rotate back. Watching the back of the left hand. Right hand goes up, left hand goes down, and you rotate back. Whichever hand is high is the direction you're rotating. So when it's your right hand up, you're rotating to the right. When it's your left hand high, you're rotating to the left. Don't worry that the fact when you're learning these mechanics, you're kind of stiff. You have to be until you get it down, and then you'll soften up a little bit. One hand high, one hand low. waving hands in clouds. I have a fan right over my head, so I'm feeling the air blow by my arms, and it to me, it just feels like I'm pushing through a thick cloud because of that cool air blowing against my arms. Helps me be more mindful of the movement. Beautiful. I think everybody's got that quite well. Wonderful. Let's add some footwork to that. By the way, if you're practicing at home, and I know some of you are between classes, that's a great exercise right there. Just stand still in Wuji and go back and forth. You don't even have to move the feet. Just practice your switching hands, turning your torso, letting your eyes follow your hands, and making sure the breath is moving the body. Let the body follow the breath. Maybe I'm going to inhale and then exhale. I'm going to inhale again when I switch my hands and exhale as I move. You may find another pattern works better for you, but this is a good practice move at home. Get used to waving hands in the clouds. And then when you add the footwork, you can take the practice up to another level. Okay. Let's come back to your Wuji. Stand tall, soften the knees, relax the shoulders, and breathe. When I say relax the shoulders, I also mean the whole arms. The hands, they almost dangle. And then explore your body. Is there any, like right now, I'm feeling a little strength put into my shoulder blades, and I'm going to relax. I'm going to push back a little bit and relax that. Yeah. See, I'll let the shoulder blades go a little bit more. And then I can explore and see, oh, my thighs. There's a little bit of effort in my thighs I can let go. There's always something else you can let go. So when you're in your Wuji and you're breathing, I explore when I'm inhaling, and then I release what I found on the exhale. Bring your hands up to open and close right there at the heart center. Though you're holding a melon or a volleyball, or open, inhale, you lift a little in the knees, and exhale, you sink back into your Wuji. Single whip, and I'm going to do it to the left. You might be going to the right if you're just wanting to mirror me. That's fine. So bring your weight I'm bringing mine to the right foot. I'm stepping out to the left, 45 degrees. I'm pushing a curtain away. My weight's on my left foot. I'm going to open the curtain that I just pushed away. Watching the back of the right hand, my weight comes to the right foot. Bring in the left foot. Swoosh the left hand down. Bring that left hand up to replace the right hand, and bring the right hand down. Now we're going to add footwork. Bring your weight to the right foot. Step out a small step to the left. And as you shift your weight to the left foot, rotate that hand and torso to the left. When your weight is fully on the left foot, bring the right foot in to join it. Bring the right hand up, replaces the left hand. The left comes low. I think I just did something wrong. Let's go back. I got myself confused. Open and closed. Oh, I know what I know what I was doing. Single whip left, step out to the left, open the curtain. Bring in the left foot, switch the left hand, swap the hands or switch them, bring the left one high, step out to the left and rotate. There's what I got wrong. Right hand replaces the left, you bring in the right foot and you rotate back. I got so bogged down in the details, I forgot where I was. Step out to the left, switch hands and rotate. Step in with the right foot, switch hands and rotate back. We're going to practice this the rest of our time today. So switch hands, step out to the left and rotate. Weight's coming to my left foot. I'm going to switch hands, rotate back. We do 3 of these in the sequence. And at the end of the sequence, as my hand rotates back to the right, I close off the sequence by bringing The other hand up. It comes back and floats down to my heart center, and the right hand comes to join it for an open and a close. That finishes the single whip sequence. So let's go back and practice it. I'm going to, again, turn around and show you my back side. Make sure I get all of me in the picture. Okay. Open and close, single whip left. Step out to the left, small step. And I do mean small step. Literally, when I step out, I lift my left foot and I put the heel down about at the same level in front of me that my toe was. So it's really a very small step. If you can see my feet, it's a very small step. So open and close, single whip to the left. Open the curtain. Bring in your left foot and bring in your left hand in a swoosh. Left hand goes high, right hand goes low. Step out with the left foot and rotate. Bring in the right foot, switch hands and rotate back. Your eyes are following the right hand as the torso rotates back. Step out with the left foot, switch hands, and as you put the weight on the left foot, rotate the torso to the left. Bring in your right foot, switch hands, and rotate back to the right. Step out to the left, switch hands, and rotate. Switch hands, bring the right foot in to join the left, and rotate back. The left hand comes high. Hands join at heart center for an open and a close. Remember, every close is a time to relax the body again. So let's find our Wuji for just a minute and breathe. Find your Wuji, stand tall. Now by stand tall or sit tall, it's the same thing because you do the same thing if you're seated. You stretch your head to the sky as though you're trying to pull it up on a string. If you pretend there's a string right there tied to your head and you're lifting to the sky, you're straightening your backbone. This is your opportunity to fight gravity. Then relax the shoulders, soften the knees. Breathe into that relaxed body. Breathe into the belly. Inhale and exhale. Eventually, you get so used to breathing that you start something called whole body breath, when you just feel like you're breathing into the whole body. That'll come. First comes the relaxation, the active relaxation, and then the breath, and then it all comes together for whole body breathing. And when you do whole body breathing, you're in full relaxation response. So bring your hands up to heart center for an open and close. We'll start off to the side a little. Open and close. Single whip left. You may notice when I start single whip that when I bring my weight to my right foot, if you're watching my feet very closely, you might notice that I lift my heel a little and turn it to the side. That gives me a little bit of a pivot in my hips. It's not a required thing. It depends on how your hips are made. For me, doing this without shifting my foot just a little is uncomfortable. So for my pelvis, I bring the heel out just a little. I just pivot on the toe, move the heel out an inch or so, bring my weight to my right foot, turn to my left, and step out. And then I don't feel that discomfort in my hips. Push the curtain. Open the curtain as your weight's coming back to the right foot. Bring in the left foot, and this is where I adjust my foot back, the right foot back to where it was. Push the left hand down, and it comes up and replaces the right, and the right comes down. Step out to the left and rotate. A lot went on right there. Don't worry if you didn't do it all simultaneously. Right hand switches with the left. Bring the foot in. Rotate back. Right hand goes high. Step out to the left. I'm sorry, left hand goes high. Step out to the left and rotate. Right hand goes high. Bring in that foot and rotate. Switch hands. Step out to the left and rotate. Step in, switch hands, and rotate. It's 3 steps, 3 waving hands in the clouds. Hands come back to heart center as the torso comes back forward and open, and you're back into Wuji. Let's actually start from the very beginning, because that's a very good place to start. So find your Wuji. Take a breath with me. Inhale and exhale and relax into your body. Find that little sweet spot of little muscle control, but yet enough to keep you standing. A couple of breaths, each one, you find something else to let go of in the body and just relax. Next time you're in the shopping, I have all these little things I use when I'm shopping for groceries. When I'm in the checkout line at there or hardware store or whatever, I will like go into some sort of meditation, and Wuji is one of them. You just get relaxed in your body, soften everything, and you just breathe. And the time feels so pleasant while you're just waiting for your turn. And the whole time you're de-stressing. Otherwise, you stand there thinking, when am I going to get my turn? They're wasting time, and you're stressing. So you ignore all that because none of it matters while you're in your Wuji. So we're going to start with commencement. So as you inhale, rotate the arms up from the shoulders. I'm going to turn at an angle. The hands come down. They sort of draw the letter U. As the hands come up the chest, you're bringing your weight to the right foot. And then you're stepping out with the left heel, toe. And as you get firm on that left foot, the arms come forward. The right foot comes to join the left, and the elbows come down. And your hands are back at the chest, ready for an open and a close. Let's do a single whip. Bring your weight to the right foot and step out with the left and push the wall. Open the curtain. Bring in the left foot, bring in the right hand to the left elbow, switch hands and step out to the left and rotate. Bring in the right foot, switch hands, and rotate back. If you're new to this class or you've only been with me once or twice and you don't have it all yet, don't sweat it. It comes. Step out to the left and rotate. It all comes with practice, whether it's just in class or you're practicing at home. Rotate back. Our third step to the left. And we rotate, watching the back of the left hand. Bring in the right foot and rotate back. My favorite part, the left hand comes up. The hands come back to heart center for an open close. Open, and just let everything go. Just relax as you close. No tension in the neck, softness in the shoulders, relaxed arms. It's amazing how little energy it takes to keep your body upright if you work at it. And you breathe. Every breath is a time when you can let a little bit of stress go. All that extra energy in the body doesn't serve you if you don't need it, that extra tension. You can let anything go during this practice. You can let go a little stress you had this morning, maybe family, maybe yesterday job stress. Maybe this evening, I've got a lot of stuff to get done by 6 o'clock. Let it go. You know, just let it go with the breath. Let's come back, and we've got time to run through it at least one more time, maybe two. So find your Wuji. The feet are hips width apart, or maybe you need a little bit more than hip width. That's fine. Maybe you go to shoulder width apart. Whatever you need for good balance. You want to lean forward and back a little bit on the feet and see if you can feel all four corners of the feet against the earth. And yes, the floor you're on is earth. Lean to the left as you feel the outside of that foot be a little tighter to the earth, and then you move to the other one. That foot gets lighter and the other one gets a little tighter. And you know that you're using your weight in a separate way, leaning left and leaning right. Finding your center with the earth. Coming back to center. Let's start our commencement. Rotate the shoulders. Arms are soft. Elbows, wrists are soft. The fingers dangle just a little. Hands come down. Pushing through that fog. They come toward the belly button, or the dantian, which is what we like to call it in Tai Chi. The hands start up the chest as your weight comes to the right foot. You step out with the left foot for a small heel toe, and you reach forward. Bring the right foot to join the left. Elbows down for an open and a close. Single whip. Bring your weight to the right foot. Turn to the left 45 degrees and push the curtain. Open the curtain. Maybe you start to feel it more flowing. Maybe not. It will come. Bring in the left foot. Switch the left foot down. Step out with the left foot. Switch hands and rotate to the left. Now your right foot's free. Bring it in. Right hand goes high and you rotate to the right. Step to the left, switch hands and rotate. Bring in that foot, switch hands and rotate back. Step out with the left, switch hands and rotate. Step in with the right, switch hands and rotate. Nice. The left hand goes a little higher than the right with a little bit of flair. Torso rotates back to the center as you open and close. And now that we're finishing our sequence for the day, just bring the hands forward and allow them to rotate, the arms to rotate at the shoulders as you close off your sequence for the day. That just tells you psychologically you finished your practice. So let's come seated. Switch cameras back. Okay, just a quick summary. Tai Chi is slow, mindful, and it's a movement practice. It's all of those things. Class time, we spend mainly teaching you the mechanics. So don't sweat it if it feels a little rushed. That's just the nature of teaching you the mechanics. But I want you to leave class having a little bit of experience with the forms and knowing the sequence that we put them in. So today we did single whip to the left, and you experienced it as single whip, great, pushing the curtain, waving hands, and opening the curtain, waving hands in the clouds, and open close. If you can practice any of this each day till I see you again, it'll make a world of difference, even if you just practice for 5 minutes. And if you're new to this, don't worry about practicing all of them. If you're this first your class or second class, choose one of the forms, even if it's open and close, and spend 5 minutes with some nice soft music, something that's relaxing for you, and practice the open and close. Practice it with your breath. Practice it with the concept of weight separation and good balance. And most important, relaxing the body. With every open and close, let the close be when you relax something in your body. Because whatever energy in your body, whatever muscular strength you're letting go, will come back. So every exhale, you might have to relax those shoulders again. Exhale, let the shoulders go. Inhale, exhale, let the shoulders go. That might be your sequence for that practice. Just do what you can, and we will build on it. That's the whole point of having multiple classes. Thank you for coming today. It's a Saturday. I think it's a Saturday for all of us, regardless of where you're in the world, but I might be wrong there. But whatever time of day it is, thank you for spending some time with me. And if you have some good experiences on Get Set Up, we would love to hear about them. And if you would post them on Facebook, that would be great. Twitter, Instagram, or just email them to Liz at getsetup.io. She will put it on the blog for Get Set Up and share it with people. There's other classes that Get Set Up that you ought to try. My goodness, there's dozens and dozens. I couldn't list them all here. But some related to this class, I would say, is Qigong. Ellen does a great class. Qigong is the basis from which Tai Chi came from. So if you take one, it helps you understand the other. Slow flow yoga. I'm a yoga teacher. I love yoga. Slow flow yoga is extremely enjoyable and helps you relax. My next class is I'll be doing Tai Chi for beginners almost every day, except for the days I take off. Tai Chi Shibashi 2, maybe 3 times a week. I actually haven't looked at the schedule. If you haven't done Shibashi, come try, give it a chance, because it's a little different than the sequence we do in the beginners class. It's 18 exercises to make you healthier. And we do each exercise 6 or 10 or 12 times. And you don't have to memorize anything. Just in Shibashi, you just come join me. Join me and follow me in each class and feel better for it. And starting a week from yesterday, I will be teaching Kundalini Yoga on Get Set Up. And if you've never done Kundalini Yoga, you ought to give it a try. Most people in the US just think yoga is yoga, but it's not. Most yoga in the US is Hatha yoga. Kundalini is another animal. It was developed in a different part of India, and it was designed technology. It's actually a technology designed to be therapeutic. It massages our organs, massages our glands. It strengthens our nervous system. It's developed to make us be healthier. Hatha yoga is more of an exercise program. Kundalini yoga is more of a health program. It will be a chair class, but I teach chair and mat simultaneously in my in-person classes, and I can do that online too. So if you come to the class and you choose to do it on a mat, you might want to point that out to me so that I make sure that I give both descriptions, because some of the exercises, postures, asanas, whatever you want to call them, go a little differently depending on whether they're on the mat or on the floor. But I'll be glad to support you. I'll be sending you class notes shortly about today's class. It'll give you a description of some of the slides that I showed you, and I will detail one of the forms we did today. I think I try to do them in sequence, and I think I might be up to open the curtain. But each class I send one out. So if you attend multiple classes, you eventually collect the whole set like you would baseball cards and chewing gum, you know. So come collect the forms descriptions. There'll also be a list of some classes that you might want to try in my notes. I get a chance to pick 3 out of a list each time, and I'll pick things that I think are interesting. I will tell you the one in this list right here says fun games to play on Zoom. There is a lady, I wish I could think of her name. She does fun games on Zoom, and I love her class. So if you see that one pop up and you haven't given it a try, give it a try. You will laugh. But very important is this: give feedback. We only know what to change or what new to offer based on your feedback. So if you click give feedback, you're gonna get this little box, and I'm gonna lose it then. Okay, there, I clicked on the screen. So you're going to get this box, and you can rate the session today 1 to 5 stars. It'll default to 4. Feel free to change those stars to whatever they want to be, but I will tell you, I've done it. It's really easy just to put your cursor right there on that 5th star and click it. It's amazingly easy. Same thing with the guide. If you want to just click that 5th star, you can practice sometimes, just click it and leave it there. You can add comments about your rating, about the class. Maybe you want less Tai Chi, maybe you want more Tai Chi. Whatever your comment, feel free to put it there. If you need more light in the classroom, that was a suggestion I had about lighting my feet. And I've started trying to be very conscious of having light on my feet now. So the comments really do help. As far as the guide, that's me. Feel free to add a comment. Maybe you don't like my black or white or black and white clothing. Put a comment there and let me know. Tell us how we can improve. What else do you want to learn? If you want a class in something like, I don't know, how to make cannonballs or how to dig ditches, whatever you want to learn, please recommend it, because if enough subjects or if enough people recommend the same subject, they will go out hunting a teacher. So feel free to recommend what you want there. Or if you want more of a class, maybe you want more Qigong, put it there. We are a community here. You're part of a big worldwide community called Get Set Up. And we want you to help more. We want you to get so involved. If you have an interest you like, such as growing tulips or, painting, please consider hosting an interest group, because there's other people who share that interest. And everybody would like to get together and talk about what they do, what they have trouble doing, swapping information. But it takes one person to open up that Zoom session and start the interest group session. That's all you have to do, is just open it up and start it. The conversation will grow. And if you're curious, attend an interest group and you'll see what I mean. Everybody loves to talk about what they're doing. I know I've attended a few. I love talking about what I was doing, and I love hearing what other people are doing. And I got some great recipes. I already talked about suggesting a class. Please suggest a class that you want. We partner with assisted care facilities, senior living organizations, government and community organizations. So if you're associated to any of those, please send us the contact information. I know we already have a couple of big ones, but we also have a lot of smaller ones. We have contracts with Michigan, the state of Michigan and the state of New York, and we have a contract with a large organization in Florida. So we want to partner with more, and the more partners we get, the bigger we can grow. So help us hook up, and it'll help you with more and more classes. These sessions are recorded. So if you want a copy of today's recording, just email help@getsetup.io, and they will be glad to set you up. Okay, that's it. Let me move some stuff around. Let me check the chat. I know we lost our TA early today, so let me see if there's anything in chat I can help with. Oh, yeah, Todd left. Hi, Pat. Thank you, too. Thanks for joining on Saturday. Anita, I enjoyed the class, too, Anita. Thank you. And Brenda, you, too. And Barbara. Thanks to all of you. I'm just here to guide you. You guys are the class. You make the class by showing up. So I appreciate you showing up and giving me time to share with you. Is there any questions before we have about 2 minutes before I have to end the class, or I should end the class? Are there any questions?
I just want to say thank you, Tai. I enjoyed your class.
Thank you for coming. Like I say, you make the class, believe me. I feed off of what I see on you guys too, by the way. If I see you stumbling with something, I do that more. If I see you doing things very efficiently, then I don't stress it that much. So really, you guys really do lead the class. Well, if there's no questions, then I'm going to end the session. I think tomorrow I have let's let's see. I have time to look. I believe tomorrow there is a Shibashi in the morning and a beginner's class in the afternoon. So hopefully you'll come join me in something tomorrow. So until then, I'm going to say goodbye. Take care of yourself, because you got to take care of yourself so that you can take care of others. So see you then. Bye-bye.